Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I want to share this quilt with you that I've been working on for at least 2 years on my channel. There are a couple other videos that I'll try to link down below. This is English paper piecing. Each star was made with paper and fabric and it's so easy. So come along with me and let me show you how I put this together. This template that I used to create these diamonds, I will link down below. What I did was I drew around the template and I cut the paper out, and then I did the fabric the same way, but I made the fabric a little bit bigger than the paper. There's no measuring here. This is so fun because you don't have to do any of that. You just need to make sure the fabric will cover the paper. Once you know that you have enough fabric, you just want to sew the fabric and paper together just like this. It doesn't get any easier than this. There is another way to do it as well with glue. So it's just kind of a preference which way you like. Maybe try both ways. I will leave a link to the paper that I use, but the nice thing about this is you can use index cards, cardstock. There's just so many things that you can use for the paper. At the end, the paper's all going to get thrown away, so it really doesn't matter. If your paper is a little bit thicker, you might actually be able to reuse the papers for your next project. I am not sure if it was a full year or not, but I have been working on this on TikTok for the last year in the evenings. I would go live every night at 7, and I had a lot of different people come along and watch me work on this, and that made it so much fun. If you haven't followed me on TikTok, it is Sweet Country Living. Here I am going to start working on the edge. I'm putting a piece on, and I am just going fabric to fabric. I'm not going through the paper here. And what that is doing is just making it so when I do take the papers out, it's going to come out really easy. And the nice thing about having paper on the back is I was able to leave myself notes on which was the left side and the right side, the top, the bottom. So just like this. And then once I get that on, I'll show you what I did next. If you need a project for when you're sitting and watching TV, this is such a nice project. It's also great for a doctor's appointment. You can sit in the waiting room and be making stars. This quilt went on 2 vacations with me. That's what's so nice about it. I was able to take everything I needed on the airplane. So once you get that done, I want to show you how I squared it up. I know there's a lot of different ways to do this, and I'm curious what you think of this, but this worked like a dream. Because the paper was in the back, I was able to square it up so easy, just like this with these scissors. This worked so good. I was so happy with the results. I was able to line it up with the star pattern as well. Since I needed several in this corner, I decided to go ahead and make several up with different fabrics. I was trying not to have 2 fabrics be next to each other. And adding a star to the quilt top is the same way as adding the 2 diamonds together, where I'm just going fabric to fabric, not going through the paper. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you a problem I came across. I quilted it and left a paper in the middle. And so I will show you how I fixed that problem. The nice thing about this project is you can just make it as big as you want. I was aiming for a queen size, and that's why it took me so long, but that was fine. I enjoyed making every star that I have on this quilt top. And here once again I'm just going fabric to fabric, just adding it on. There finally came a point in this quilt where I felt like I was really kind of having a hard time getting it squared up. I was getting close, but I took it down the basement where I have a big area to lay it out. And I just decided to make it square. I just cut off the points that were not working for me. So if you make a quilt like this, my advice would be to just do it in rows. I had just put them on randomly, and that took me a little bit longer to do that. And there's my Miss Mia. She passed away on April 15th, and that was a hard day for all of us. I'm going to show you how I put this together. I end up ironing the back because it was pretty wrinkled. Here, what I was trying to do was I just wanted to make sure that the backing that I have here was big enough for the top. So I ended up having to add a few more pieces on. I went through, just wanted to make sure all the wrinkles were out the best I could. Then I took some duct tape and I taped it down so there was barely a wrinkle in the backing, and then got ready to put my batting down. This batting is wonderful. I bought this from Walmart online and I was able to get free shipping, so I was very happy with it. It's a little bit thinner than what I normally use, but it was just a dream to work with, and I'm so happy, and I will buy it again. After I got the batting all laid out, I rolled it all the way up, and I wanted to get ready to start putting it down with this basting spray. This is so nice. You don't have to pin it when you use this, and it just makes it go so much faster. And I still just needed to square it up just a little bit more. I was very careful about what I was cutting off, so I just wanted to make sure that was exactly what I wanted cut. Once I got that done, I laid it down. I'm going to get ready to smooth out all the wrinkles, and I'm going to go ahead and baste the top to the batting, and then it will be ready to start quilting. Here I just wanted to point out that I did leave the papers in on the edge. I wanted to leave them in until I knew I could secure them down. Yeah, there's a couple ways you can do it. You can just go ahead and take the papers out now and then make sure you baste it down good. I went ahead and left them in, and I figure as I quilt and as I come up to it, I will take them out as I go. I just felt safer that way. The edge is really fragile, so that seemed to work well. Then once I had everything basted and ready to go, I knew it was safe, I could move the quilt. I went ahead and cut the batting and got it ready to take into the sewing room. I do want to point out I did have my walking foot on and had used it for most of the quilt, and then I switched it to do something with another project and forgot. I forgot that this foot was on there, and when I went to sew it, it sewed so easy, and I was able to see the lines better, and so I ended up just leaving it because the batting was thinner than the normal stuff I normally use. It seemed to work just fine. And here I just want to show how I ended this. So I waited until I was just about ready to sew this spot to take out the papers. Once I got the paper out, then I'm right there and I sew it down so it can go nowhere. This seemed to work out really well for me, and I did it this way all the way around the quilt. And once I got all the edges done just like this, I got the binding ready. I cut a bunch of strips at 2.5 inches. I ironed them in half and then sewed them together. And I'm getting ready to put that onto the quilt. I am going to show you how to do the pocket method. If you've never tried the pocket method, it's absolutely amazing. Once I learned how to do this, I have not looked back. I will never do it another way. This makes me love to quilt even more than I already did. So what you do is you start out just like this, and then you just want to fold it over just like that. And you're going to sew down just a little ways. Right about just a few more stitches. About right there is where I stop. And then you're gonna take the piece to the left there. You just want to fold it back over. You just made your little pocket. So when you come back around, you're going to be putting it right in there, and it's just the most amazing thing, and it makes quilting so easy. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to attach the binding just like this. I never measure how much binding I need. If it's a big quilt, I make quite a bit of it, and then I just hope I come close. And if I overshoot it, that's fine. I can always put it in the scraps and always have a place for it. But I have to show you, here I am working my way right to the end, and that was all that was left. This little bit, and there's my pocket. I've just never had it happen like that. I almost always have to add some. So I'm just going to cut that about 1 inch past where the pocket is, so you can get it right in the pocket just like that. And look at that. That is all there is to it. And now you just sew this down just like you did the rest of the binding. I just love the look of the fabric that I use for the binding. There's a little pocket there, so when I hand stitch it down, I am going to put a couple stitches right where the pocket was, so you'll never know that it was there. You could sew this by machine, but I prefer to hand sew. And before I start that, I just want to show you right here is where the paper is. You know, I've talked to some people, and some people thought I could just leave it in. It's only one paper, but all I could think is it would just not be a good thing. So I'm going to go ahead and start taking out the stitches. I'm going to make a little slice. I decided to do it on the back because I think I can hide cutting it and then re-sewing it back together without anyone ever knowing that I did that. I don't make the cut very big, maybe inch and a quarter. Get that paper out, and then I'm just going to sew it back together. Once I get it stitched really good on the back, I'm going to take it over to the sewing machine. I'm going to re-sew the quilting on the front. And I looked at it afterwards, and you cannot tell where I had done this at. This project was so much fun to make. I had so many nights I enjoyed working on it. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you'll consider hitting the like button and subscribing. And at the end of this video, I'm going to put up a couple of my other videos if you'd like to click on them. And I'd like to thank you so much for watching.